Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church. Thanks for watching today's Proverbs Practical. Today's proverb tells us where we can learn what matters most. We're in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 5. It says, "Every word of God is pure. He is a shield to them that put their trust in Him." So the writer of Proverbs 30 has been bemoaning the fact that he, nor anyone else, is smart enough and educated enough to figure out the powers that lie behind creation, the nature of the supernatural world, without revelation of some kind. But fortunately, the supernatural can be known. Since we can't figure out God ourselves, yet knowing who created the world is the most important knowledge in the world, the writer now praises the Scriptures. Every word of God is pure, he says. God knew that we couldn't go up to heaven, figure out what matters on earth, and then come back to earth to live based on that, so He sent His word down. He knew it would take us millennia to figure out the wind, and the knowledge of Him is so far above that we never get it figured out. So He revealed Himself to us. He gave us some of His names and some of His Son's names. The only way we truly know God is through His Word. Now, there are many who conceive of God, imagine Him to be certain things or certain ways, but they often imagine Him as different than what He says He is. Pretty much all we can figure out from nature is that God exists, that He's powerful, and that He's really smart. But we can't measure any of that, and we know nothing beyond that. We wouldn't know that He's present everywhere. We wouldn't know that God is love. We wouldn't know that He has a moral standard that He expects the world to live by. We wouldn't know that He's personally invested in this creation and that He will both judge and rule it. We wouldn't know much of anything that really matters about His identity, actions, or plans if it weren't for His Word. We might imagine things, but our imaginations are so often flawed. We need to have the humility to let God tell us who He is through His Word, to reject the temptation to imagine a God made in our own image, and instead choose to believe His claims about Himself, claims that are given exclusively through His Word. And to make this process work, God made His Word pure. Every word of it is true and accurate. It's not always comfortable. It's not always easy to understand. There are paradoxes and nuances and divisions and depths, but every bit of it is true. It is as holy, as set apart from error as God Himself is. And then when we put our trust in Him, as He reveals Himself through His Word, He becomes a shield, a source of protection for us. An imaginary God can't do that, and a God that isn't like the God of the Bible won't do that. But those who trust the one true God of creation find themselves eternally protected. Now, this doesn't mean they don't have any problems or won't face any opposition. You don't need a shield unless you've got problems. But the shield lets you get through those problems safely and unharmed. Knowing God and trusting Him is our spiritual safety, the safety from the eternal and supernatural dangers we would face in this world and beyond it. I hope this video is a blessing to you. If so, give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more content from the Scriptures. Until next time, I hope you stay well and look to the Word of God to know God.